Alright, we are going live.
Ahaha! We are live, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going live.
Ahaha! We are live!
I have a
This traffic report is brought to you by the Salty Wench Tavern. If you're really thirsty, you should probably go somewhere else. This traffic report is brought to you by the Salty Wench Tavern.
Alright, adjusting volume.
This is Lessa Asmora reporting to you live from Storm Reach, where the weather is always sunny with a chance of showers.
Okay,
But
there
watch
we
out
go.
for that patch of grass outside the Phoenix Tavern, or you're bound to get
okay.
the business end
We
of
are
the
ready,
visitors
kids.
from
We're ready.
Argoness and come in for
Alright,
a landing.
go.
And now
Okay.
here's Clank.
Hello and welcome to the DDOcast, episode 498, recorded live on December 3rd, 2017. We like to talk about Dungeons & Dragons online nearly every weekend. You can watch us through Twitch, YouTube, the DDO forums, iTunes, or from our website at DDOcast.com. Well, it's not our website. It belongs to the people. Really.
Power to the people.
Power to the people. More specifically, I think it might belong to Patrick. Maybe.
A person.
A person, yes. He's the current DDOcast host. I mean, there have been a few
Hang on.
DDOcast
Stay on target,
hosts. And,
Lessa.
oh, okay, right. On to target. DDOcast is hosted by Cyber Ears, the awesome podcast hosting network. Shows are usually available within a few days of recording. The next show will probably be announced later by someone more important and knowledgeable than I am. Are you sure that's the line? I mean, I could just throw a date in there. And
No, just read the cue cards, Lessa.
Okay.
Patrick is paying us to do this.
We're getting paid?
Well, Mitzi is.
What? Mithery's getting paid?
It's just Mithery.
We're going to discuss this in a minute. You can stay updated by following us on our social media pages or our website at DDOcast.com via our calendar. Now, on to the DDOcast half-hour news hour.
Good evening. I'm Saba J. Patrick Shamgar is away. Tonight on the half-hour news hour, we talk about Ravenloft, hot topics in the forums, and why is DDO still the game for you? All that and more on tonight's DDOcast half-hour news hour. First, a word from some of our sponsors.
You know what's better than violence? Nothing! When I'm not killing things and taking their stuff, I go to Fashion Palace to score some badass threads! Barbarian Fight Punch! Come down to Fashion Palace, located in the harbor just 2 blocks from the Harborview Lofts. Y'all dudes' loss is your gain. It's your lucky day! Come to this weekend's blowout sale. Just like the models, their prices have been slashed. They have something for everyone. Even you, noob! Do you have side tentacles and neck tentacles? They're a judgment-free clothier. But that's disgusting! They can clothe you, weirdos, too! Are you as wide as you are tall? No problem! Whatever you need, they can literally cover it!
3-armed sweaters, 50% off. Fashion Palace is not associated with the Fashion Police.
It is time to put an end to online innuendo. Dungeons & Dragons Online has turned into a cesspool of tawdry written and verbal exchanges that can no longer be tolerated. A new coalition, Angry Gamers Against Suggestive Terminology, is lobbying for both chat and voice filters to remove all inappropriate content from the gameplay experience. Our patent-pending technology seeks out and changes live voice seamlessly and instantaneously from all players in your party. Here's an example of some raw party audio from a vampire encounter.
This vamp just won't go down!
Let me whip out my staff of superior potency.
I'm already hitting her with my scepter of greater penetration.
Give me a jump and I'll get in there with my two-hander.
The rest of us will stay down here in the ranger bush.
Lay hands on her!
Somebody just give her the finger.
Hear that, everyone? Pure smut. Using our revolutionary software, the same audio would be heard as follows.
With my scepter of greater...
Give me a jump and I'll get in there with my...
The rest of us will stay down here in the ranger
On her! Dead.
It's still in beta. Support angry gamers against suggestive terminology. Aghast for short. Yeah, we know there's an H missing. Make your voice heard, just not in game.
In the 344th DDO screenshot of the week, Kentaor tries to get a strike with the skull and bones of his enemies. Thank you, Caballo, for sending in this week's screenshot. You can check out the entire gallery of screenshots by following the link in the DDO Chronicle issue 261. You'll also find a link to learn how your screenshot could be the next screenshot of the week. Man, that's a tough word.
Yeah, I was looking at this screenshot. It looks pretty darn creative. I like the
I think
skull.
that's from the necropolis.
It really looks
right?
like
It
is from the necropolis.
bowling alley.
It really looks like he's about to fling that skull down there
That's-
and hit those pins, so that's good.
So that's Cantor and Caballo took the picture. So well done, guys. All right, Mithri has been pursuing the Storm Reach job listings. Let's see what she's found. Hey, Myth, how are you tonight?
I've been perusing, not pursuing.
What?
Thanks for asking. Actually, I have a little bit of a muscle ache. And
Oh, that's more info than we need, Myth. Let's stick to the job listings. Where do you find these job listings? Are they on board outside the council's offices? I remember that's how I used to find jobs in Newfoundland, but that was a long time ago, so things might be different now.
Since the appearance of laws, information has traveled at a much faster pace, Saba, on the land wide web. Did you get your new iTome? Oh, wait. You're not that retarded. Your new iScroll? iScroll?
It's a knockoff.
Thanks, Myth, since you're the only one getting paid. No, I don't have that.
Let's check out my iTome. Watch this. Here's the job postings. Fast. It's fast, right? All right. First job posting. Sal Danik is looking for a competent caster who is able to travel to the rediscovered library in the ruins of Thorino and establish a magical beacon for the purposes of direct travel from the House Denise site to the site. Man, that is a long sentence. Must be able to walk at a brisk pace, not interested in idle chatter, and must be able to stay focused on the task at hand. Escort guards will be provided, however, the ability to protect oneself is a plus. To ensure mission success, guards will be instructed to secure your arrival by any means necessary. Must be willing to sign a personal protection waiver. Salary to commensurate with experience.
I'd say that job is for you, Mithri. Earmark
No.
that.
I think you hear less of the part about must be able to walk at a brisk pace.
Oh, right.
No.
I don't know.
Didn't it say something about staying focused?
Yeah.
That too. Mithri's like, oh, goblin. Oh, flower. Oh, look at that pretty robe.
Yes, just tell her there's robes at the end.
There's robes at the end of this
Good
quest.
job. Excellent idea.
Job 2. Sal Danik is looking for 6 guards for an escort mission. Fighter or barbarian preferred. Must be able to carry approximately 150 to 180 pounds for 3 to 5 kilometers. Job details will be given immediately prior to beginning assignment. 5K plat to be paid at the end of the job.
That Sal sure does have a hard time keeping people on staff, but I suppose they pay us to advertise for them and not warn people away. So I say why not go for it? I mean, it's only death.
And he needs help, really.
Right?
Pass.
The next job on the list is Meridia, is now taking bids for a long-term project taking place in the Coalescence Chamber. A large portion of this project includes the erection of 2 extra-wide staircases. For details and to submit bids, speak to Asma Squivrin.
I'll be looking forward to that one, actually.
I'll believe that after they put an elevator in the catacombs.
Wow, that's a great idea, too.
Put that in his job.
Put that on the to-do list.
To-do list.
But, Myth, you remember Lessa knocking your head many times going up that very narrow staircase? Not a staircase, but a winding path in the Coalescence Chamber?
Yes.
I find it kind of humorous when we go in there.
That's because you're tiny.
Yeah, because I can just bounce around.
So tall, and you're so little, and you don't hit your head on anything.
I don't, and I'm cool with that.
The final job, Graymar Bender wants to hire full-time private security due to repeated home invasion and kidnapping at her home. Must be a lawful good aligned and provide magical as well as melee protection. Trapsmithing advice is also being requested, as home-installed traps have been used against the family in the past.
1 paladin, on the way. That's me, that's my job, right there. I can do this. I want to get in good with the Bender family, so...
Are you going to do the trapsmithing as well?
No, I'm just going to run through them, and that way they'll know where they are. I'll be trapped.
Because I was going to head over there and help her out, but if you're going to do that, I'll pass.
Right. Okay, no, this is your job then. Go ahead. You take it.
I'm the trapper.
She needs magical help, too.
Oh, right. We could all go.
We should to the Bender's house!
Hey, we can't leave roaming reporter Bill out.
I know. Well, it'll be just like the DDOcast, and only Mythery gets paid. The rest of us are working for free.
Bill can announce our progress as we stand outside the house.
Listen, my notes say you are on traffic report duty tonight, filling in for weather woman Rowena Wrighton. I thought you preferred to keep your feet firmly on the ground as a paladin. How did Rowena convince you to take flight over Stormreach and Evening Star to deliver the traffic report?
Well, I don't need to get into a helicopter and fly over Stormreach. I'm actually so afraid to fly that I didn't leave the studio. There you go. Despite the continuance of pesky lag, your normal high-traffic areas are going to be free and clear right now. Everybody who's anybody is going to be in Ravenloft, so feel free to hop on over to the oldies but goodies like the Giant Hold or Ataraxia's Haven. That last one is free. You're welcome. Seriously, I haven't had player-based lag in weeks. So over to you with the weather, roaming reporter Bill.
Roaming reporter Bill reporting live from the marketplace. Currently it's raining. Oh no, wait. It stopped. Now it's dark, and... Oh no, wait. Now it's not. Back to you.
Oh, 2 interesting reports there. Maybe we should listen to a couple of our sponsors.
Alright, all you holy rolling paladins out there, have you ever gotten a group invite and had to jump into a dungeon right away on an empty stomach?
Yes, I have.
Your body is a temple, and you can't go polluting it with unhealthy or unholy foods.
Preach it, Brother Clanky.
That's why Clankin' Enterprises has developed a line of meals on the go for you discerning, overly righteous warriors.
Hey.
Introducing Paladiners, quick healthy meals for paladins.
Did you think this up when your Int Helm was in the shop?
Paladiners now come in a wide variety of entrees. We have our traditional meals of holy cow and holy frijoles. Don't eat red meat? Try our holy mackerel. Vegetarian or vegan? There's our brand new holy macaroni and holy guacamole. So pick up some paladiners at the Leaky Lobster and make sure you enter that next quest lawful.
Blech. After that, I may never be hungry again.
Just shut up and play the jingle.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Paladiners, paladiners, what a holy quick meal should be. You know they're awful good, because they're lawful good. You gotta lay your hands on paladiners.
Oh, sorry. I was waiting for the commercial, but I guess I'm supposed to read it. This isn't my contract, you know. Is your Iron Defender a bit tarnished after being hit with acid spray? Is your gelatinous cubelet less cubish After a battle, do party members stand 5 meters from your pseudo-dragon? Do you stand 5 meters from your pseudo-dragon? If so, Bubbles McFuzz invites you to Fangs, Claws, and Pampered Paws, Stormreach's only pet grooming salon. Mr. McFuzz will bring back the shine to your defender, return the right angles to your cublet, and soap away the stench from your pseudo-dragon. Whatever your pet needs, Mr. McFuzz can fulfill them. Special today only, invisible stalker grooming at half price. Stop by Fangs, Claws, and Pampered Paws today. It's time for news from Roaming Reporter Bill.
Roaming Reporter Bill here, still live from the marketplace. Curious to know what adventurers think of Ravenloft. Hello, adventurer. Hail, well met. How you look overpowered and worthy of attention. What is your take on the new content?
The person you are trying to reach is currently away from keyboard. Please leave a message or try again later. Noob.
Thank you, Bill. Now let's go to Mithri, who will tell us about this week's sales and bonuses. Mithri?
Thanks, Sabajade. All right. First thing on the list is the DDO bonus days. Bring you plus 10 treasure hunter boost. Now through December 3rd. December deals have begun. A new sale every week. Now through December 7th. 75% off the Evening Star Challenge Pack. 50% off the Traveler's Terrific Trunk and Universal Challenge tokens. What is the Traveler's Terrific Trunk?
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
It
But
has
it's
a whole bunch of
50%
stuff
off.
in there. I know.
Half price, buy one and find out what's in it.
Well, there are big guiding hands in there, right? And some Universal Challenge tokens. Remnants, I think. We should have looked it up.
I don't need a parrot, but this parrot is 80% off. I will take 3.
I'll take it. I know somebody who could definitely use the Evening Star Challenge Pack. I play with a free-to-play player, so this is going to be very useful for them. Yeah, pretty good. Good deal. And the challenges are fun. Sorry.
35% off of Racial Hearts. I would.
Your racial heart of wood.
You know where she's going.
Sorry, Patrick.
Get a boost. Now through December 7th, get 20% off of Sovereign XP elixirs.
Sold!
Delicious.
Sorry.
Treasure Hunter elixirs. Greater Slayer boost.
Sold!
Long-lasting Supreme Ability potions.
So I
2
take
out
it
of
less
4 is
like
not bad.
2 out of 4, yeah.
2 out of 4 is going in the cart and getting bought today.
Take my plat.
All right, thanks, Smith. In community news, the 5th annual Truth Seekers giveaway took place this weekend on Argonison. On Friday, they held a costume ball and busker fest. According to my invitation, they wanted spiffy outfits, pets, and proof of tumbling skills. I decided not to join as I refused to pose for photos. For those that did participate, among the prizes were an Otto's box and a full set of colored dragon scales. Other events included a trivia contest, Round the Hound, and Polar Plunge. I don't know what those last two are, but the Truth Seekers are giving away some great prizes for the scavenger hunt. A Ravenloft standard pack plus a heroic Otto's box and a points code. Thanks, Truth Seekers, for the fun event. I think that's a fantastic.
That is really cool.
And they, on the forums, they have a list of 100 things that you can go out and do for the scavenger hunt. Some things that are worth more points than other things, so it's not a total of 100 points. And whoever gets the most points will get all of those things I just mentioned, the Ravenloft standard pack.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
The heroic Otto's box and the points
When is
code.
it over?
Yeah. It is over now.
Oh.
It started
At the time of this
Friday.
taping, it is too late.
Somebody
it's-
has already won all of those things you just mentioned.
I don't know if they have announced who won, but somebody has already won, yes. For the fan site news, Vival High Noon of Cerulean Hills Hair and Claw Salon. We specialize in hair plugs for nobles, wigs for beholders, and are endorsed by Medusa. Wait a minute, is that another commercial?
It is another commercial, and I think you're supposed to read it. There was a clause that was added to your contract. It was a commercial clause.
Patrick, I protest. And now let's hear about the cereal of choice for kids and halflings.
This breakfast cereal is too complicated. Isn't there something with less substance than Crunchy Bits?
Now there is, impromptu segue girl. Introducing Clankenberries, the cereal with absolutely no nutritional value whatsoever. It's a sprinkle of boysenberry-tainted briquettes, lauds, and a cacophony of chocolate marshmallow-flavored kobold cracklings.
Does it have simple sugars and artificial flavors?
Does it?
I asked you!
What? Hey kids and halflings! Each box of Clankenberry cereals comes with 2 free toy surprises. There's a replica of Merlin's spoon with a grease cookie to make sure Clankenberries slide straight to your belly, smooth and tasty. The second is a toy neutralized poison wand for when they get there. Hey, should we say all that? I mean, it isn't really a toy surprise now, is it? What? Well, I mean, the cat's out of the bag. No, I'm not saying there's a cat in the cereal. There is? Okay. And how do Clankenberries stack up against the competition? Just listen to these endorsements from podcast celebrities, possibly stranded on a desert island and not taken out of context or altered in any way.
I would eat Clanky.
Berries.
Because he's a fat dwarf.
That's right, I forgot about that. Yeah, I might have to go to Clankenberries too there.
So put down whatever thing you are eating, unless it's a bowl of Clankenberries, and pick yourself up a bowl of Clankenberries. They technically haven't killed anyone yet.
Thanks, Clanky. We love your cereal.
Many parallels between the quality of content by Crunchy Bits producers and Clankenberry for the DDOcast and the seeming quality of their representative cereals in this commercial are purely coincidental.
This just in, the Stormreach Food and Potion Administration has issued an adventurer-level recall of all Clankenberry cereals. DDO Half-Hour News Hour reporters have discovered that the magical deliciousness of Clankenberries is in fact a result of dark magic. Updates to follow.
That's awful news. My nephew loves Clankenberries.
Who doesn't love Clankenberries?
Well, that's a good point. But maybe we like them because
of the dark magic, obviously.
It's forcing... Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Dark magic is yummy.
Dark magic is the most delicious of all the magic.
I don't know if Lessa should hear you say that, Mythery. She's lawful good, you know.
Oh, right. I am.
All right, let's
start magic. She'll forget.
That explains how she acts sometimes when we're questing, right? All right, Lessa, what's the fan site news this week?
I'm so glad you asked, Saba Jade. I'm so ready to tell you what the fan site news is this week as soon as I turn to it in my show notes. There it is. Hello. DDOcast discusses levels 19 and 20 in their newest show. Click here to watch or listen.
I don't think it works like that.
What are you talking about?
They click the link if they want to watch it. And
oh, okay.
No. This isn't how that works. You don't have to read click here.
Well, you know what? I unfriend you.
That's not how that works either. Keep going with the news.
Fine. The Damsels of DDO fight undead and more. We do? We do!
Hey.
Cool! Bach Lagore streams DDO. Go watch his latest show. Mickey reaches week 52 in rating. Watch her latest as well. Sip writes about DDO optional objective system in a new blog post. Go read it. A Very Bad Guild meets the Wizard King. Go see how it went. Jabberwocky05 has been playing DDO recently on YouTube. Go support her. Go to that place that I cannot say. There we go. Schumacher, which confuses Shoemaker. Technical 13 continues his DDO Wiki talk. For this week's show,
What is his name?
I don't know. I thought it was Technical 13, but it says Schumacher. I don't know. Is it a mocker? Is it a maker?
Looks like a
The jury is out. Anyway, Bard Life brings the music. Go to this place for a recent live stream. It's Good to Be the King quests every weekend on Orion.
However you want to say it.
Anyway, go watch last week's show. DDO People earns the XP. Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Polish.
DDO Polish. PL. That's people. Like Soylent Green. DDO Polish earns the XP. For For the Polish language live stream, join them every Tuesday afternoon.
It sounds like you
Sounds
didn't
like
read
fun.
that fan site news last time.
Why didn't you just tell them to click on the links in the show notes?
Oh, right! Click on the links in the show notes. Yeah, well,
Click here.
Click here. I was trying not to say it.
Well, thanks, Lissa.
You're welcome.
Roaming reporter Bill, as you roamed Stormreach, did you hear any shop talk or Guildhall news?
Let's talk shop. Cordovan has the latest news while questing on Cannith in this week's weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. Click here to watch it.
See?
Click
here. He did it too!
A new farm avatar is now available. Nibbles the Squirrel. Click here to see it. Thank you for helping Team DDO meet our Movember fundraising goal. Movember.
You know what it stands for, right?
November with an M?
Yeah. Everybody, the 1st of November, they shave, and then they grow a mustache for Movember.
Movember!
Yes,
Mustache,
and it's all
yes.
for men's health awareness, so very good charity event.
If you'd like to donate to the charity, click here for more info.
There are a lot of things to click on in these show notes, so people should go.
Go to the show notes.
Go to the show notes.
There you go. Don't say click here.
Click here for the show notes. Guildhall. Abracadaver is a fast-growing guild on Cannith that welcomes both players new and old. The guild has a fully stocked Daedalin Kraken and lots of players to run with. Contact Sadul on Cannith to join.
That's a cool name, Abracadaver.
Yeah.
I like it.
Almost as cool as Abracadavery.
No. Okay, now on to some hot topics in the forum. First one we're going to talk about is titled, I question the utility of Big B's hand as a consumable item. And the reason this guy is writing this is he doesn't think you should keep having to go to the DDO store and buy Big B's hand. It should have charges on it, and if you rest at a shrine or rest in Stormreach or Evening Star and soon to be Ravenloft, the charges will come back. I don't even like the idea of a Big B's hand. Because I really like yelling at you guys when I say go right, you guys go left. Right? If I put a Big B's hand there...
actually going to follow the hand. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. Good point.
Try
Good point.
it.
No.
I think it should be consumable, though. He could have like a thing in his backpack, and every time he runs out of Bixby hands, the DDO store automatically delivers him 10 hands and charges his account.
I don't think I would like that program, so no.
Just trying to solve his problem so he doesn't run out.
All right, next one is about it says, Dear Festival Jester, regarding those kobold cookies. And I'm going to read it because I think it's kind of funny. It's from some guy who wrote the original post back in August. And he says, I know it is the middle of summer, but now that Crystal Cove is upon us, it makes me nostalgic again for the kobold cookies of last year. They just do not taste the same. When the Winter Festival came around last year, the planar alignments changed the wondrous power of kobold cookies to a gust of wind clicky. Cordovan mentioned in a live stream a while back that people did not find the previous year's wondrous power useful. High jump, duration 1 minute, spawns 1 purple crystal. But the high jump and purple crystal are extremely helpful in Crystal Cove and in certain of the Cannith challenges. Festival Jester, I know you are hibernating now, but this year when the planes align for Festival again, can you please restore kobold cookies? You can still bake them using those delicious tunnelworm sewer kobolds, but I want my high jump and purple crystal back. I agree with this guy. We need jump. I'd rather have jump than gust of wind clicking. And I thought his post was very humorous too. Are there any other cookies you guys can think of besides the kobold cookies that you like?
Dead cake.
The Iranian Eternal Day jelly cakes used to raise the dead. They were a favored snack among adventurers everywhere. And now I think they do Sunburst. So
not a favorite. anyway.
Not a favorite of any adventurer anywhere.
Super lame.
That makes everybody
Super.
right?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
getting
so-
an oatmeal cookie when you expect a chocolate chip.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
So, SSG, if you hear us, jump cookies. Iranian raised dead cookies. Bring them back, please.
Also, I'm a little bit alarmed. Who's baking these cookies? The Cobalt sewer?
No.
The festival jester's wife.
No.
Inside the cookies are Tunnelworth cobalt.
Yeah, tunnel worm cobalt. So Clan Tunnel Worm is baking the cookies? Or
No, they're
touching my cookies.
They're in the cookies.
What are my
They're
cookies
made
doing?
out of the
Oh, they're made out of Clan Tunnel Worms, like members.
There you go. Yeah. That's
They
why
were so yummy,
kobolds still hate you.
I didn't know that kobolds tasted sugary sweet.
Well, that's because you're lawful good.
I learn
Let's ask
something
Myth.
every
Myth,
day.
when did you learn they were not sugary sweet?
What?
Because you're the dark power person, right?
No.
Do you eat? How many kobolds does it take to fill you up at a meal? Like, how many? 10
Myth sitting
kobolds
home
per
munching
meal.
on kobolds.
She's just instead of that's what you thought it was goldfish. No, it was kobolds.
Oh, now that whole picture is not as nice. I'm picturing little kobold hands.
I know.
Instead of
Oh my god! To the editing room.
All right, next topic: rare collectibles for remnants. This writer would like the remnant vendor to be able to you give them your remnants, and you can get rare and maybe uncommon collectibles as trade-ins. Because he thinks a lot of the things that you can buy with remnants, you can pay for plat. And somebody else wrote, I would love to see that happen. I have tens of thousands of remnants I will probably never do anything with. Really? Tens of thousands? How many do you guys have?
Not that.
Not that
I don't
many.
even have enough for a kitty cat.
How much is a kitty cat?
I think it's 10,000. Yeah.
I
And
know.
he
I
has
thought
tens of thousands.
he has tens of thousands.
That's like
I thought-
five or
lot
six
of kitty
cats.
cats.
Yeah.
So have you guys bought anything at all with the remnant?
Yeah. I bought a thing to up something.
A tome?
Yeah, one of those. I bought one of those.
For your PRR or MRR?
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
I've done that too. But I would love to have tens of thousands.
But would you trade your rare collectibles in exchange for remnants?
No, it's the other way around.
You want to pay
exchange-
remnants in exchange
pay
for rare
remnants
collectibles.
and get collectibles back.
That would
yes.
really kill the collectibles value on the auction house, I think. I know a guy who likes to massage the auction house for...
That guy's retired.
Really?
Yeah, that guy's retired, is he? He doesn't do that anymore?
That guy's sitting on a mountain of plat and retired.
He made so much cash that he can no longer...
Does that guy realize that he could do the same thing on the Shard auction house?
To the shard.
To the shard exchange!
Flips table.
Yeah, I swear, Rent, you bought something of mine and flipped it. I know you did.
Guilty.
All right, next topic. Kenneth crafting, striding 30 at level 20. And this guy is complaining about if you craft and do your Kenneth crafting and put an augment for striding 30 on an item, it makes that item level 20. That's a bit ridiculous because you can get striding 30 boots at what, level 9, right?
Yeah.
Just
I think
by
they're special though at level 9.
so when I first read it,
is...
11, 15. Well, it's still lower than 20.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first read this, I thought, well, that's not such a big deal. But I only do Kenneth crafting for higher levels. I go through lower levels so fast that I don't care that it's level 20. The reason I put this in is because one of the responses was, I'd put striding at level 6 or 7, or speed 6 about level 10 or 11. And the next response was, speed 6? I couldn't even get through speed 2.
Oh, I get it.
Oh,
You guys don't.
I get
Really?
it. It's a movie, right?
It is, again, okay, I thought it was funny. I thought it was very clever. Man, I must be reading it wrong. Very clever. All right, next
There are
up.
a lot of things like that, though, in the crafting system.
That you think they're over level for what they
Yeah.
actually do.
Yes.
That's true, because you can find a lot of random generated equipment that's lower level. And I think if Striding 30 is level 15, like you say, then Can of Crafting should be level 15. Or even 14, 13, whatever they want it to be, because you have to collect all those items to make that item,
Right.
which is a lot more difficult than just going out and getting it, right?
That's what I think.
That's what Myth thinks. All right, my next topic is, could we please get rid of healing undead being the default? And I know we go back and forth in this. I agree with it, because it annoys me to no end that I'm almost dying. I go to heal myself because I've already done my cocoon, so I can't do that again for a couple seconds. So I go to heal myself, and I hurt the undead instead of heal myself. And
I agree that it's super annoying because I've done it so many times.
Everybody
But
has.
I don't know how they would work that out, honestly. Just those heal scrolls and things on undead at all.
Yeah.
Well, since I don't heal undead to hurt them, that would be fine with me.
So they would fix that, and they would break Haverdasher. Just saying.
I would be okay with that.
You'd be okay with Haverdasher being broken
No,
again?
I would be okay with them making it so that the heal scrolls didn't work on the undead, but as long as the spells work.
Well, what if you hotkeyed it and had an icon that was heal self, heal target? You know what I mean? And then heal target would heal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you hotkeyed it and you hit heal self, that would be the default. But then you had another key for heal
great
whatever's in your focus. That would
Deploy
heal
the
somebody
emergency
else.
heal!
And
Yeah,
that way-
if somebody had suggested, the F1 key is to target yourself, well, that would be 2 instead of what you're talking about, Brent.
Right.
So I like your idea better. Plus, the F1 key isn't really
Well, it's
convenient
like-
for me.
When you click on the delayed blast fireball, and there's 2 actual spells there. There's one that's the spell and one that's like a trap.
Right.
So
And you
2
just
little
select
icons
that.
pop up. Then you can select one.
Right.
So that way you would just select heal me.
Mm-hmm. Or heal target. Like
Yeah.
heal self, and that would be your default. That's
Great idea.
Brilliant.
Take it to the
idea.
All right, SSG, I know you're
Put it on
listening
the list.
still. Put it on the list.
Oh, and if they're taking suggestions, word of recall should take you back to your ship.
What, you don't want to go to the church?
Yeah, it is the most wasted cleric spell. I mean, it is.
Nobody ever wants to go to that church.
No, nobody ever. That is not a destination. Why would anybody blow a spell slot to go to that church? It's not. Why even waste the code? Just
See, now, Myth, I thought he was going to say, if you're taking suggestions, SSG, fix the cold spell. But no, he was being
My name is not
selfish.
Myth.
Thinking about
Yeah.
himself.
Exactly.
Instead of about you. What? Where is your head at?
What I was thinking.
Well, everybody, Rent is kind of new to our group here, so maybe he doesn't realize that Myth is supposedly the center of the universe.
Not supposedly. It is a known fact.
He has drunk the Kool-Aid. All right, and my last topic is, I picked it up because the title is Artificial Puppy Breath, and I thought, hey, this person can go see Mr. McFuzz at the Fangs, Claws, and Pamper Paws. And then I actually read what the person was talking about. And he says, I would suggest we either remove the fire breath from artificial dogs or make it scale with spell powers on the dog. Or, better yet, make it a special enhancement like the takedown line, so if someone wants it, he can also place it on the hot fire of the dog. Heck, if we go that far, we could add grease breath, like the old mechanic summon, acid breath, cold breath, and so on and so forth. I like his idea of the special enhancement, where as you level up your dog, you have to choose whether you want to put some of his or her enhancement points into improving whatever the fire. I like the idea of acid breath as well.
Yeah, I like that too.
And Myth probably would like the cold
Grease.
breath
Grease
until
Unless they
her artificial dog. No, the dog would be able to freeze it.
Oh, and
Just
she
go-
wouldn't, and she would get mad. Oh, it would be great. Do it! SSG, put on the list.
How much salt?
It's just she's having a little salt with her dinner tonight.
Alright, still to come on the DDOcast half-hour news hour, the Mists of Ravenloft expansion. First, we have an interview with the controversial Reapers of DDO.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Fairyper. You're my favorite.
Oh, that was a nice big hug, Mithery, and you can call me Phil. I do love my hugs.
Well, it just seemed like a good idea. So, as I understand it, you like to do damage over time to adventurers. Can you tell me why you chose this type of spell instead of another? Or straight up melee?
I have been known to hit them from time to time, and I can pack quite a punch if I do say so myself, but usually I just stand very still, in one place, you know, and I wait for my hug, and when I don't get one, it just makes me so mad, I can't take it any longer. I mean, I'm pretty nice as Reapers go, and I'm not a bad-looking guy, am I?
Okay, Bill. I think I see Mr. Famine over here. Gotta go now.
I'm tall. I have a nice voice.
Mr. Famine Reaper?
Yes?
I hear that you can cast a wide variety of spells. Which one is your favorite?
The one that slows you the most and kills you the quickest. Did I just see you talking to Phil? Man, I hate that guy.
What? Why?
Oh god, him and his hugs. He has all these adventurers giving him hugs, and apparently they can't tell the difference between he and I, even though I am obviously much better looking. I cannot stand the feel of their dirty hands on me or the smell of sweaty bodies.
Alrighty, thanks so much. Wow, these guys have issues. Oh, look, there's Mora, and she's with the Plague Reaper now. Let's listen.
Hey, Mr. Plague Reaper. Can I, get an interview or something?
I think you have me confused with the new dentist in Ravenloft.
Dr. Fang Grinder? I doubt that. Anyway, I have to do more interviews for the studio to justify my ridiculous paycheck. So, tell me about yourself.
Well, as you can see, I'm exceptionally good looking. But that's not the most interesting thing about me.
If you say so. So, what's your big talent, anyway?
I prevent anyone in the party from being healed.
Seriously? That sounds kind of mean.
Everyone dreads my appearance in the quest, far more than my colleagues. How's that for game balance?
As an opponent of health, doesn't that conflict with your quest to rid Ravenloft of gingivitis?
What are you talking about?
Well, that's all we have time for. I have to go talk to your colleagues now.
What's gingivitis? Is that a spell?
Gotta go. Bye-bye.
Oh, my Uber's here. I need to leave now.
Where did that Carnage Reaper go?
I'm here, in the shadows, though I don't know why I bother.
Oh, okay. There you are. Hi there.
You saved the best for last, I see.
Let me guess, you're exceptionally good-looking and better than your coworkers.
How did you know I was going to say that? Oh, I know. Because you can tell me that I'm better looking.
Now that I think about it, I really can't tell you guys apart.
That's racist. This interview is over.
But I haven't even asked you about your special abilities yet.
La la la, I can't hear you.
Excuse me, hello. I'm right here. I can still totally see you, and I never play the straight man in a segment. That's for stuffy paladins. Back to you, news person.
Mora, we really need you to finish that piece.
I said back to you! I will be in my trailer.
Cut to commercial. Guys, you're gonna need to cut to commercial. She's not coming back. Seriously, she's done. Cut to commercial.
And now a word from Smyko, the preferred insurance in Stormreach.
Could switching to Smyko really save you 15% or more on airship insurance? Does a former Hasdaneath drill sergeant make a terrible enchanter?
And that's why Yellow Scorching Ray make Kobold sad. Kobold thinks...
That's interesting. You know what makes me sad? You do. Maybe we should chug on over to Cortho's Island where we can find you a little self-confidence. Purple Crystal. Cry, baby.
Schmeiko, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Up next, Lessa discusses why DDO is still the game for you. Lessa?
What? What? I do? I mean, I do! Why? I am so prepared to discuss why DDO is still the game for you, and I knew that I was going to be talking about this right now. I'm so ready. I'll tell you why it's the game for me.
Else, don't help her out.
Saba Jade. It's the game for me because I just dropped $130 plus tax on an expansion pack, and I intend to play it.
Let's say your B in Bucks was a little like not a B, but go ahead.
Ux? Is it Ux? I dropped it.
You dropped your B, but
I dropped the B, but did I replace it with anything else?
It sounded like it to me, but that was just my ears, and they are
really bucks. I dropped all the bucks. It's dollars. I'll say dollars. I'll replace it. It's fine. I'll fix it in post.
No. It's kind of funny.
Anyway, why is DDO still the game for you guys? Did you guys buy the expansion pack? Did everybody here buy the expansion pack?
Yes.
I am on my way to buying the expansion pack. DDO is like an old glove. It just fits. It's nice. It's comfortable. It's not the most flashy of accoutrement.
The real question is, are you going to buy the deluxe fan bundle? You're going to buy just the regular expansion?
Did I mention I'm cheap?
Okay, so that's just the regular old expansion for you.
If you do the scavenger hunt, or if you had done the scavenger hunt, you could get that for free. Or you could have gotten it for free.
Mm. So what's the difference between
you told him about it before it ran out.
All right, Rent wants to know the differences between all the different...
Right, yeah. So, what does the 130 smackaroos get me?
130 smackaroos gets you 60 days of free game time. It gets you, let's see, actually, I unlocked mine and I'm on it. So, you get a lot of cosmetic stuff, and you get some glamoured weapon aura. You get mirrors of glamoring you get an animated scarecrow level 10, you get an animated scarecrow level 30, you get Raven? Yeah, you get a Raven.
You get a Raven, yep.
And you get a black cat. And you get this cool hat that looks...
Nope, don't talk about the hat. Remember, Myth's going to discuss all the new outfits later.
Yeah, she's discussing all the fashion. So you get some clothes, some fashionable fashion.
You also get 140 astral shards, 3 res cakes.
What?
5 mirrors of glamoring.
100 and how many?
40.
140 astral shards.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You get the new knife fighter tree. What else do you get? New iconic hero. So there's a new race, the Asimar race.
Mm-hmm.
You get that and a character slot. Plus you get the new iconic version of that, right?
Oh, man.
And one thing my characters are like... Oh, did you mention the bottle of mist, Lessa?
Oh, that's right. The bottle of mist, which teleports you directly to Ravenloft.
And that's exclusive for the higher pack.
Yeah, for the pack that I got. So.
Also exclusive is a racial enhancement point tone for every character. And I know my rogues will appreciate that extra enhancement.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right. I'll have to give it some thought now.
So the difference between, the basic just comes with the mist
of
Ravenloft, the Asimar race, and you get 20 astral shards and 1 res cake.
Mm-hmm.
And then the medium one, you get the expansion, the Asimar race, and a character slot, 50 astral shards, 2 res cakes, and a shrine. You get the knife fighter tree, only the heroic scarecrow, 1 outfit, not the other cool outfit that Myth's going to tell us about. You get the black cat, but not the raven. And you get 30 days of VIP. So everything else I mentioned, you don't get unless you get the high-end one, which is $130.
But a lot of that is cosmetic.
It is.
Yeah, I can.
Well, there are some things in there, though. I mean, I really like the idea of the teleport to Barovia, but I also like the racial enhancement point tone.
I haven't looked at the knife fighter tree. Is that under...
I use that with if you buy it now, before I bought it when they started, but if you had bought them then, the knife fighter tree was available, so Saba uses it. And it's where your knives are going backwards.
Oh, cool.
Yes, very cool.
More stabby, not pokey.
Correct. Yes, it's very cool.
Well, speaking of Scarecrow,
yes,
I have an interview.
Interview with a Scarecrow.
Cool.
So, Mr. Scarecrow, why did you decide to become a sword for hire? Interesting. How has your experience been so far with the adventurers in Stormreach and Ravenloft? Well, don't lose faith yet. There are some great players here. Well, you don't have to be rude. Oh my. Well, back to you, Saba.
Bill, standards and practices may have issue with that last segment. I suppose these are the risks of live broadcasts. That Scarecrow sure used some colorful language, didn't he? I'm glad this isn't a PG show, unlike ours. It's Ravenloft time. A new preview of the Mist of Ravenloft is available on Lomania now through December 4th. What you're going to get with is the majority of the expansion features are going to be included, including the Baba Lysaga, or I'm not sure which one it's called, or the old Baba Hut raid. They have two names for it in the notes. The raid, though, is going to be released in a patch after the rest of the expansion launches, which, as of today, the expansion is supposed to launch on Wednesday. And a large swath of systems changes based on feedback from the first two previews are included. So if you guys want to do Lomania, it's on through December 4th. Next item, the DDO Mist of Ravenloft expansion fan-sponsored video trailer contest. This is an unofficial contest put on by Gratch, who would like everybody who can to put in a trailer where you're set in Ravenloft that might be useful for SSG to promote Ravenloft. If you are the winner, there are going to be a couple prizes. 23,000 DDO points, 5,000 DDO points, and 2 months of VIP code.
Nice.
It is nice. So it's one video submission per user now through December 19th. So just send your videos in, unless I did say if you had time.
What?
You might think about it. What? Well, Gratch, sorry, but Gratch emailed me and said, could I mention it on the DD?
So you just said, oh, sure, she'll do it. What is wrong with you?
You are a tech person.
How much time do you think I have?
Oh, based on how much you play on Steam, I do believe you have time for this. I'm kidding. So, if anybody's interested, just go to DDO forums to the topic titled Fan-Sponsored Ravenloft Trailer Contest. You still have about 2 weeks, and you could win quite a few DDO points. I mean, 23,000 DDO points. That's really cool. All right, next up, Myth's going to talk about the new outfits that come with the Mists of Ravenloft expansion.
Oh, good. I've been waiting for this.
All right, cool. Myth, tell us about them.
Okay, there's some new outfits that come with Ravenloft, and they have pants and shirts and pants and shirts. I think maybe there's a hat. Sure. But there's not any robes, and there's not any cute shoes, and I don't care.
Bottom line, not for you.
Yeah, I think some of the hats are pretty cool. Bottom line, since it's not for her.
I think the Vampire Hunter is kind of cool.
Yeah, I like this sort of vague 18th century kind of wintry cap thing that I'm wearing.
So you're wearing the Barovian hat?
Yeah, the Barovian hat. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It looks like I'm ready to go shopping for a better hat.
Did you get your spider that feels real?
Yeah, no, I didn't get my spider, so just giving up on life.
I think the vampire outfit kind of looks like Van Helsing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's cool. But another note to SSG, Myth wants, what do you want Myth included in all outfits? Robes. Myth
I was going to say midriff.
Actually, that might be the problem with these outfits. They
don't show enough skin.
That's it. They do not show any skin. All right.
More robes, pretty robes. And it'd be nice if we could have some nice shoes. Shoes are super ugly.
Monsters, are you afraid to devour adventurers around your friends because your teeth are too straight or white? When you roar, do parties remark positively at your gaping maw? Then perhaps it's time to gnarl up those pearly gnome stranders. I'm Dr. Fang Grinder, DDO, DDS, proudly serving the monster population from my one Ravenloft location. I specialize in making mouths look like mossy graveyards after an earthquake. Specialty teeth treatments include adding color, pulling, chipping, tilting, twisting, softening, drilling, tattooing, scrimshaw, violent expulsion, and of course, grinding. Gum treatments include infecting, both bacterial and viral, lacerating, parasite injection, bludgeoning, flailing, and complete removal. I don't touch tongues. Yuck. When you walk out of my office with a disgusting array of discolored, jutting mouth bones, you can hold your head high, knowing that your next roar will force multiple fortitude saves. Stop in for a free consultation. That's Dr. Fang Grinder, DDO, DDS.
Warning, some monsters may require increased polygon count for geometric teeth alteration. Tooth and gum alterations may be nullified upon respawn.
And now an interview with a Ravenloft vampire. Disclaimer, the opinions of Mora as Mora are in no way, not in a million years, a reflection of the DDOcast half-hour news hour.
Thanks, generic-sounding news person. Mora is Mora here, and I'm in Barovia. Whatever, trying to get an interview with a vampire.
Hey, Mora, it's fancy meeting you here.
Draculetta? As in, the Draculetta from the DDO Players News?
Of course.
I thought you died or something.
What? No. I've been here all along. I'm a longtime resident of Ravenloft. And I am so happy that Dungeons & Dragons Online is finally bringing the mist to life.
That's great, but I was kind of hoping to talk to someone with a little more mystery and, hotter.
I might know someone, but he's dangerous.
That sounds great. Interview saved. Hello, Mr. Vampire. Thank you for consenting to an interview. I was just admiring your home.
I was just admiring the veins in your neck.
I know, right? What a lovely thing to say. You've been in Ravenloft a really long time. How old are you, anyway?
A gentleman never tells.
Well, whatever your age, you look super polished. Your skin is so shiny and, like, pale and stuff.
I have a strict daily regimen.
I knew it. Care to share any tips with your adoring new fans in Stormreach?
Well, nutrition is important. I only use the freshest, most organic ingredients.
Wow, that's amazing!
In addition, I stay out of the sun. UV rays are murder on the skin.
Thanks. I didn't actually need another answer. I'm ready to wrap up this interview.
Do you have to go? I'd love to have you for dinner.
No thanks. I'm meeting Jeets back in Stormreach for couples therapy. Back to you, boring news person.
A word from some of our sponsors.
Guess what, Lessa?
What?
Atraxia's Haven Spa is opening a new location. We have to go. I hear they have new services too.
New services? You mean more than the amazing hot tub and an overly large room surrounded by vendors and a wet bar?
Hi guys, what are we talking about?
A new day spa!
Oh, sign me up for that.
They have mudmen from the Red Fens to give mud baths and vine horrors for seaweed wraps. Fire and earth elementals come to offer delectable hot stone massage, and water elementals give a detoxifying high colonic.
I love water in my butt.
I know, me too.
Get down to Ravenloft for the deluxe package where vampires specifically trained to suck toxins from your blood. Mention this ad and receive 30% discount for their new location.
I'm on my way now.
Breaking news.
Saba, breaking news. According to a reliable source at the DDO Chronicle, the controversial Ataraxia's Day Spa has been banned from further DDOcast sponsorship.
Well, that's interesting news, roaming reporter Bill. Too bad we didn't know that before we aired the Day Spa promo. All right, we have one last item on the DDOcast half-hour news hour tonight. The Chronicle comment for the week. What is the best beer in Barovia? Does beer come with cheese fries? Because I only drink beer with cheese fries. But when I do eat cheese fries, I prefer to drink Barovian RBC non-alcoholic lager. What do you guys drink or prefer? What do you think is the best beer in Barovia?
I hear the Plasma Pilsner is really good.
What do you mean you hear?
I'm not really a beer drinker either.
Have you tried the Barovian RBC non-alcoholic lager?
No. I don't like beer because I don't like the way it tastes. Why would I drink non-alcoholic beer?
See, I think the beer taste with the cheese fries is fantastic. But since I drive, I'm the one steering my little airship, I can't have alcohol.
But
all right, let's
pack red blood cells.
Oh.
Yes, I can.
Well, it's good for you, probably. Probably good for
What do you think, Lessa?
Well, I like a nice kind of a more dark beer, so I am going to go for the Barovian Hefebludweissen.
Why do you like? What's about dark beer do you like?
Well, I can't see the blood in it because it's so dark, so I'm going to
like that one.
Yeah, I know.
So you like the flavor, but you don't want to know that it's blood.
I don't want to know what's in it. Yeah, so but this tastes pretty good. So
many people
tell me how the sausage is made.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to eat the sausage.
Isn't that more like scrapple?
Yeah.
Don't tell me how the scrapple's made. It's delicious. Rent knows. All right, Rent, what do you think?
Oh, I'm a simple man. I prefer Miller Afterlife.
Has proposed it. What did I say? Pabst Blood Ribbon. That's even cheaper than Miller Afterlife.
That's even cheaper.
Yeah, it's probably a little. Nah, I don't think it's as good as Bloodweiser or Blood Light.
All right, I think Lissa has tried them all.
Yeah.
All right, for those out in DDO land, if you know the best beer in Barovia, comment on the DDO forums and you could win DDO points. So that's it for tonight's DDOcast half-hour news hour. Hit us up at DDO... Oh, sorry. We are the half-hour news hour. Hit us up at DDOcast.com for show notes, MP3s, our calendar, previous shows, swag, and other fun stuff. See what happens when I read slower, Lessa?
You're doing great.
No, I miss words. Want to be part of the show? Have a comment on this episode? Have a question you would like answered? A topic you'd like us to debate? Or just want to say hi? Leave a comment or email us at DDOcast@gmail.com. You can also find us on social media and follow us for the latest cast updates. We'll end this week with a show. We'll end this week's show with a word from another sponsor.
We will.
What?
We do not have another sponsor. How many? You got 6 sponsors. How many more sponsors do you want?
Okay, in that case, thank you for listening. So until next time, may all your attack rolls be crit and your chest levels appropriate. Have fun and don't forget to play DDO.
I want to talk to my agent.
Sorry, Lessa.
Hi. Close windows.